Hey, baby.
How do we know it's on?
Hey.
Hey, let's get away. Let's get a room on the other side of town.
This is episode 3 of the Comfy Couch Podcast. I am ClarkeJones.
I'm Anna Murray.
And I'm Shanice.
So professional. I feel like we had a whole thing before even hopping into this, so now I'm like,
Where do we start?
I know. I'm like, I want to.
We're gathering ourselves. Let's take a moment to gather.
Okay.
I dropped the.
And did.
Okay, well, how was everybody's week, I guess, in general? It's really nice outside right now, and the pollen is
The pollen is pollinating.
crazy.
Pollinating.
Them trees reproducing, okay?
I really be thinking about that. I was like, this is really plant sperm right now. And I
Right,
feel like
And we rolling all in it.
Right.
Did I feel like it was in my mouth yesterday? It was
That's disgusting. It's definitely about eyeballs, though. These contacts are pollen magnets.
We're just humans existing on a planet that it's going to do what it does, and we just have to, like, be okay with it.
The thought of seeing a dust of pollen and being like, plant sperm is crazy.
No, that is kind of a wild concept. And it's all over the car. It's
Right.
all over my skin.
Right.
All on the ground and the dogs.
Right. Literally.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
I'm sorry. I was thinking about this yesterday. I was riding through the car, and it was just blowing through, man. I was like, am I tasting it? What is
Oh my god.
No.
And
That's
then I had to
crazy.
forget about the human experience. There's some things you just can't think about as a human, because if so, you're going to be like, oh, God.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things I had to forget. But yeah, so how was everybody's weeks been? You were in Myrtle Beach. How did that go?
It was so nice. We went for my mom's birthday, even though her birthday was in January.
I was about to say, what month?
We had to reschedule this because,
Yeah.
it was a lot happening our birthday week. But it was nice. We went to the aquarium. I sent Clarke a little picture of like the Nemos.
So cute. Go to the aquarium.
Yes, it was so cute. I gotta show y'all this video of Jamie. She woke up and she got to see the penguins.
Happy feet.
Yes. It was so
Love it.
cute. I was like, oh my gosh, my little baby's grown up. But it was a good time. And I got to pet a jellyfish, y'all. Right? I was like, I didn't know this was a thing. But apparently the ones that we pet were not like
Venomous or?
yeah, like they couldn't sting you or whatever. So, and let me tell y'all. So a jellyfish feels so. How would you imagine a jellyfish feeling?
Like a Jello shot? Like
Oh,
the top of a Jello shot? Like if I were to touch it?
She's a biochem major, so everyone. She
What did you think I felt?
She's very educated.
Right?
What did you think?
I thought.
I'm crying.
Because I'm thinking like it's just a glob of something, a blob.
They're so like. I thought it was gonna feel like more soft and delicate, like a, you know, like
I could
A
get
soft
that.
squishy.
yeah, like. But I don't even know if squishy is the right word. Like. I don't know, but it was very much like
Oh wow!
The top of a jello shot.
how you know that?
Have you touched a jellyfish before?
I didn't even think that was a thing. I was like,
Yeah.
we could pet.
That is so. What kind
No.
were they? Do you know what kind they were?
I know,
Were
they
the
had
one-
so many.
Was it the ones that like they don't have like long tentacles? They're like they
Had short tentacles.
yeah.
And some of them were
'Cause I feel like I've
floating
seen-
upside
yeah.
down and stuff. So they were like technically you could touch the tentacles, but
That's so
you weren't
cool.
supposed to. But
Yeah.
it literally feels like the top of Jello, like a firm Jello.
I love that.
Yeah.
On
Firm.
Finding Nemo, you know the scene of Finding Nemo where they're bouncing on and they're like boing,
Yeah.
boing, 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 boing. That's the first thing that popped in my brain.
I think, right. I think Finding Nemo helped me understand that
Okay.
too, because also
It's a me thing.
Pivotal movie
it
in my
has to be
life.
firm enough. It has to be firm enough to like keep whatever organs they have in there. And I don't think they have organs, but whatever they have in there,
Organelles.
it has to be firm enough to like keep that safe. So that's why I thought about it. Like,
I just assumed that it wasn't. It was like a very like terrible type of, you know, like.
Oh, like really like delicate, like the skin on your eyeball, kind of like your eyelid skin, like
yeah,
very,
like very, like it
could
tear
rip easily.
Yeah, but I'm like, no, you would have to cut a jellyfish. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That was an interesting fact.
You know what? No, that makes sense because you ever seen the people who have them like wrapped around their legs and they can't, like, it's really hard for them to get them
get
off.
it off.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wow.
Because you would think that you'd just be able to rip
not,
it
you would just go, right.
Exactly. Get your ass off.
You learn something new every day, y'all.
Yeah.
So yeah, how was y'all's week?
That is really cool.
I used to want jellyfish like as pets.
Yeah.
Like
I remember
keep
talking
the
about
after watching 7 pounds. I know that's not a good reference as to why I would want jellyfish because he used them to kill himself.
Right, okay.
But they were the most beautiful jellyfish and they were the most beautiful like display. And I was like, oh my God, I want this.
They are
and
beautiful.
So
Yeah. Deadly, but beautiful.
Yeah. Get the right ones.
Except the ones you can pet. Wow.
I need to know what they had so I can know what to put in my house.
You know,
Right. And
I'll find that out
also,
for
we
you.
need to go to this aquarium. Honestly, do all the kid things with me. You take Jamie to the zoo, take me.
I got you.
No, seriously.
I got you.
See, I thought about our Orlando trip this week, and I was like, oh my God, I was like a whole child. And I was like thinking about you, and I was like, I wonder how Anna be feeling like with her child, because I'm like, I was there like a child, and I just remember y'all being like, oh my God, like taking my picture, and I was like, I need to keep doing all of these child things. And then we talked about the aquarium and stuff, and I was like, we just got to keep doing them.
Orlando was a time.
It was.
I felt like a child. I was having a blast. Like
Yeah.
every day I think about Universal, I'm like, I want to go back.
Yes.
So bad.
Same.
I want to go back so bad.
We're going to do that.
Yes.
We should do that like
At least every other year.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's not every year. But
because we already said
at least
Orlando
every
should be every year. Because Orlando be
It's a
a
time.
time.
Yeah. And we can always shape it to whatever we want it to be, too. Because there's so many options.
Yeah.
Love that. Okay, how was your week?
My week was very quiet, which is
That's
good.
good.
Because I'm not dating. I have no roster. Somebody was like, "What?"
Right. I'm like, Clarke without a rock.
Right. Is that Clarke?
I don't even like how that's being put out to the world. I don't want that to be perceived negatively. But yeah, it's so quiet and it's so nice. And it actually is scary because now I'm thinking about all the things that I do as a single individual. Like, I go to sleep with the TV on now, and I'll wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I can't go back to sleep, and I'll watch House for like 3 hours or whatever. And I just think about that, and I'm like, if I had somebody in the bed next to me, would I be able to do this? And now I'm kind of scared to get back into a relationship because I'm like, I'm sitting here watching like Batman Beyond last night, and I'm like, if I had a nigga next to me, would he be like, Clarke, why the fuck are we watching Batman? Like, I need a person. Well, I already needed a person who like indulges in all the things that I indulge in, but someone who also like
Lets you.
just lets me and can do me while they do them, which is I had a flashback. Yeah, so
I'd love to hear more about that.
After the pod.
But yeah, I'm loving it. Somebody yesterday at the gas station was like, "You give your number out?" No. He's like, "Do you accept numbers?" No. Well, why not? I said, I'm just really enjoying this phase I'm in. Like, it's so quiet. I love the quiet. It's so peaceful. It sucks not having somebody to be able to send my little sexy cute pictures and videos to, but it's very peaceful. And yeah. So I thought I was ready for a relationship. Now I'm scared that I'm not ready for a relationship just because I love my space and just doing me so much. So I don't know. Yeah.
I was about to say, I love that.
I'm indifferent, but I'm enjoying whatever this is right now. So yeah.
Good.
I love that.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
No, I do love that.
However, I've also been quiet makes bullshit stand out more. So whenever I do talk to people,
you see it immediately.
yes. Even though I feel like I've always been good at that, but now it's more like
It's in your face.
Yes.
Yeah. You like, no.
And I'm realizing that relationships evolve and that sometimes you can't outgrow people. And so, yeah, but I feel like that's been very heavy on my mind this week too, and I'm just not. I don't know how to deal with that.
Because you're not really a person that like. I don't want to say not outgrows people, but you tend to grow with people. Like you go through every phase. Like all of your friendships have been like long term, and like, you know, everyone that you've known for years, and like, you know, so, and you don't really cut people to the pit, to the point of
niggas,
like,
bye.
but yeah, so it's like I can imagine how that feels to be like, oh, we might be outgrowing each other a little bit, or like we don't really align in this phase of our life right now.
Yeah, and I'm not a compartmentalizer.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to figure out, do I just completely cut, or do I try to repurpose?
Okay.
And compartmentalize, like maybe you're now just this type of friend, or maybe you're just, but also going back to, if I can't do life with you, I feel like I shouldn't have you in my life at all, so I can't compartmentalize. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out this is the first time of me dealing with this and feeling this way, so I'm trying to process it completely before making a move. Yeah, I think that's the right way to put that.
And I think there's no time limit on that, so take
No, there has to be a time limit. I can't sit here in limbo forever. It sucks. Like my soul is literally feeling it, and I can't. So I have to make a decision, but I don't know. Maybe because I care so much about people, and like you said, people have stuck around me for so long that it hurts. Like I feel like I've been grieving all week, low key. But yeah.
When I said there's no timeline, it's you're in control of that.
Yeah,
that's
true.
What more
very
so
true.
what that was. Like you take the time, all the time you need to process it, so that you can, you know, no matter what. I think all of our biggest things is making a decision and sticking to a decision. And so, of course, don't stay in limbo trying to understand the decision. Of course, at some point, make the decision, but don't feel rushed right now in this season. Let it ebb and flow.
Yeah. And sometimes things actually work themselves out.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
And you don't even have to speak on it.
Right.
But see, half my problem too is I be feeling like I need to tell people about.
We need to have a discussion. We need to figure this out.
So
who, what, when, where, why, and how.
Yeah, because I like people to know instead of you assuming. No, it's okay. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm like, is that always needed? Maybe some things will just kind of do what they do, and you don't even have to speak on it. Like I'm trying to figure this out. So
you will. One way or another.
One way.
Some decision is going to be made.
Yeah.
Something.
Whether I make it or the universe makes it, it'll be made.
Precisely.
And how was your week?
How was my week? That's a good question. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna be coming on this podcast. I need to stop talking about my job. What if my job found this one day? But I was gonna say what I've been saying. They're getting their money's worth out of me.
Okay.
So, but outside of work, my week has been good. My mom left to go to Colorado to take care of my sister for a month. That brought up some emotions I didn't think it would, you know, and because especially with me thinking about like, I want to move. I've always been in North Carolina. Like, I want to go and just like create a whole new life for myself somewhere and be a high-rise girly and just live the life that I've been always wanting. Like, how did I end up in a house? Like, I just think about all of that stuff. Like,
In a house.
Right.
That she owns.
That she mad.
Right, like who signed up for this? Like, why? But that definitely brought up some feelings. So that was interesting. I had a beautiful massage on Friday from this lady right here. Much needed. I wish I had gotten my work done before the massage so I could have relaxed after. But yeah, my week, no complaints. Just another week pushing along, trying to this week though. I want to get back on track. Like I haven't been meal prepping or anything, so I'm like trying to like. No, I feel like life has just been moving, and I don't see it like slowing down. So I really have learned I need routine, and routine would do me very well because when I am in more of a routine, I feel like my life just feels a lot more purposeful too. So hoping next week to get into more of a routine, but not that this week has been bad or anything. I think I've been a person for so long that just moves with life, and I think I'm finally at this point. I mean, like, granted, we're in our 30s at this point, but I feel like it's really hitting me the parenting that I grew up with. All of my life flowed so well because I had that structure. So it's like now I have to create that structure for myself, and that's interesting.
That's hard sometimes.
That's very hard.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I have a dog, so that's some structure. But like, as far as like a routine for cleaning my house, for cleaning, taking like self-care, any of that, like cleaning my car, like all of that, I feel like I would feel a lot better with a lot more structure. And, you know, with a move coming up, I feel like I'm going to have to find more structure for myself and also get out of the house more on my own instead of someone else getting me out of the house.
Yeah.
So, yeah, considering I want to find a hobby. That's all it boils down to. I need to find a hobby.
Say all that to say.
Right. That gets me out of the house, an out of the house hobby. Because one thing this girl could do is sit in her house. So,
Yes.
I like the hobbies.
Do you have any in mind?
Yeah.
oh, there's a pottery class. I feel like I talked about this with y'all. There's a pottery class that this place not far from my house does. It's like a month. You go once a week or something like that.
Right.
And you learn the basics of pottery.
Yes.
Yeah,
You need to sign up for
Yeah.
that today. Like, that sounds amazing. And that's a routine scheduled thing.
Right.
You have something to look forward to in your
Every week.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is something like tangible because I like doing tangible things. Like I would like to do more cooking classes, but cooking classes could be expensive.
They sure
so
can, child.
and they're always like at these weird times. It's almost like trying to get Beyonce tickets, trying to get a decent cooking class.
That's low-key. When I was trying to look for one for my birthday, I was like,
How are they, what do you mean they're sold
they're
out?
sold out? Like, that many people be doing cooking?
Right.
Like, yeah. They're a whole thing.
Yeah. So all in all, no complaints.
Have y'all been seeing the video of the man's routine going viral this week? The morning routine?
No.
What? Y'all might be the only humans on earth who have not seen it. And now I feel like I need to pull this up.
He got some muscles on him, don't he? At 3, hold on. I didn't even pay attention to the time.
Right.
You know good and well he don't do this every morning.
Whole time this is at 10 o'clock at night.
I would be so weak. Okay, we love the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
What is this thing on his nose? One of them breathing strips?
Oh, a breathing strip.
You don't take it off to dip your face. He got it. Why he got? Never mind. Because there's some things I want to say.
I want to know, what time are you in bed by?
Oh, he put his night routine up too. He goes to bed at 7:30 at night.
Okay.
That's
Right.
a child. I'm just playing. I'm playing.
Shoot, I need to be a child.
We love the discipline, sir.
Right. We
Right.
love the discipline. Now here's my thing about content creating. The camera has to be set up for all of this.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how he had it moving just now.
Somebody's
Somebody
recording
else.
him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that. Oh, he got some jump on him, don't he?
It's not that tall.
This water,
I was about to ask, what are these waters?
this water has gone up like, oh, I wish I had the stat in front of me, but it's gone up like 1,000%.
What is it? Is that the Saratoga or whatever?
It must be, yes.
Oh, I knew what you were talking about.
Banana?
Yeah, my sister does that. The banana peel is good for
Really?
your face.
Oh.
What does it do?
Moisturizing? I don't know.
Looking at himself.
Looking at himself, child.
You made your first 10,000. Congratulations. We gotta do at least 20, bro.
That's it.
Very interesting. I love the routine.
Uh-huh.
I love having routine.
Uh-huh. I do love the routine and the discipline.
And the discipline.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Because if you do that every day, my boy, you do it.
Woo.
Right.
I just want to know whose hands those are.
I'm crying.
I think we all know.
JK.
Oh my goodness. So funny. Okay. Do you have any ideas of what you want your routine to look like?
Not like that. I can tell you that.
I might do a lifestyle.
Right, because that's supposed to help with your like focus and all of that, whatever. But no, my routine, I just want it to be where I do start earlier morning. I think my biggest thing is I want to spend time with myself before giving myself to the world. And I feel like because work, I feel like I just wake up in time enough to start work, and I'm not like there's never really a moment for myself. Or I wake up in time enough to walk my dog. I don't wake up in time enough to like just spend a moment with God. Like I've been trying to put that into my morning. And I mean, I have, but also then after God, like giving me myself a moment, whether that's just laying in the bed and just like being awake and being, you
Present
know,
with yourself.
yeah. That's one of the big things that I want to do.
I love that.
I love that a lot.
I love
Yeah,
that.
and then I would love to get back physical somehow. The gym in my community is not my neighborhood community, but like the town that I live in is pretty cheap, but it's just like I have to have the discipline to make sure that if I'm spending that money, I'm going, even if it is just to get on like a Stairmaster or on the treadmill, or getting like a walking pad or something. So
I've been highly considering a walking pad. lately,
okay,
So
I would like, because it's just like as a single woman walking around a neighborhood does not feel safe to me, and that sucks to say in America, but I mean I feel like that's the truth behind America. Like I've been walking and some random man ran up to me and was like, yeah, like how do I get here? But it was just so weird. I was just like, this is so strange because you look lost. Why are you running and you don't know where you're going? Unless like runner's high is real, so maybe he just like
Was running.
and he got lost. But it's just like, sir, just run the opposite way you came. I don't know. I don't know how to tell you to get there. I don't know this area. Then I felt weird admitting that I didn't know the area to him.
Okay.
Because I
There's
had
so
just,
many things.
There's a lot happening.
right. I had just moved in too. So like that's why I was
Hey,
like
you don't want to tell nobody that.
the whole time feeling like Trey Songz on that stage, like, sir. Like you ran up on me. I don't know who you
we gotta
are.
talk about that one.
Can somebody pull up that video, please?
Right.
I gotta pull up the one from TikTok.
And it's the fact
Please.
that I was supposed to go to that. I was considering going to that show.
Yo,
I'm actually very upset that we didn't go to that show now.
Right.
that TikTok angle had me crying, boy.
Because that was like the other angle, right? The one they
Yeah.
caught him face on. Trey, we love you. Love you.
But sir, I don't think I would want you to protect me. Someone said Trey trying to go to Mortal Kombat.
And someone said called him a Power Ranger, bruh. I was weak.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But you know what? Quick reaction, though.
It wasn't quick enough for
I mean,
me.
it wasn't, but it
was not
was.
quick
It
enough.
wasn't, but it was. Because I think he had to be like, who is this? Wait a minute. I don't...
Nigga, you know nobody's supposed to be running up and grabbing you. So why?
But it could have been security. It could have been anybody. You don't know who it is. And then he's probably like, wait, I don't know. He's like, okay. So, I mean.
But it's the stance.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
love-
the square up.
Right.
Yeah. I swear I want to do that movie. I want to just go around the.
laugh at this. I am weak though.
Yeah, I have to cut all mics for that because that had me weak,
God.
boy.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No.
Woo.
That.
Trey.
Laugh of the day right there.
Right. Like we said, we love you.
We love you, Trey. We love you.
We were
all
literally,
jokes.
we're gonna be going to the tour so we could meet just you. Like, you were the reason. So we love you.
Right.
That one right there.
That was funny.
Right.
Had me weak.
That was funny. Fight or flight was real.
Right. You were fine.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Because had you done anything else, I would have been like,
had you ran off that stage, sir, you would be the laugh of the town for real.
Right. We gotta respect the fact that he stood there.
Yeah.
Right.
He stood on
He was-
business.
Oh, business.
Oh gosh.
You did that. You did.
You
and
did. You did.
Stand on business.
you
Okay.
did. Respect. Hilarious. Okay. Woo.
He won't gonna get you, Trey. He won't gonna get you.
he won't.
Oh man.
Oh
Okay.
my god. Okay. Oh, look, hair done been thrown out of place. Hilarious. Okay. All right, let's cross over. Crossover into some worldly news. Okay. Actually, no. Let's keep this going real quick because Cardi B. Did y'all see Cardi B?
No.
Okay, so Cardi B. This week, her and Offset are going through divorce and all that good stuff. So
Is she really dating what's his name? Stefan Diggs?
that was what, like 2 weeks ago, right? A month ago, girl. I can't keep up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
was just
What they
curious.
were seeing. I think that was Valentine's Day. They were seeing now. I don't know if they're actually official or anything, but you know how that go. So she was speaking out this week, and she was saying that both of them are seeing other people, and she said that he has called her, begging her, I guess, to come back, threatening to take his life away, threatening to take her life away. And then I guess she talked to the new girl about this, like, come get your man, cause. And so he was upset about that, and he sent videos of him and Cardi being intimate to the dude that she was dealing with.
Wow.
But like recent videos or videos from when they were together?
Couldn't tell you.
Because, sir, you're not. What was the point in that? If it was
Right.
from when we were together. you
Right.
know?
Men, ego,
Yeah.
flex.
Like, woohoo.
Right.
I'm glad you can see what we're now doing. Right.
And it's also like, sir, if anything, I've seen this, but you're showing me you now.
Right.
Right. Like, so hopefully it was a little slip up recently because, I mean,
Right.
not hopefully, but you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
There's some like something to it. Some,
Right.
Because otherwise I'm like, yeah, I know what she does. Right.
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 Oh,
I know.
actually, I leveled this move up for her, and
Right.
she was
You're
going crazy.
building.
Right. Have you ever heard her hit the high note? Oh, okay.
I'm crying.
Could you imagine?
Girl. These egos out here be.
No, really.
So I thought that was interesting. And then it's like the threatening to take your life away, to take my life away.
Like, don't be threatening my life. It's one thing if you want to off yourself, but don't be over here. And I don't think that you should. I'm just
Right.
saying, like, that's a personal problem.
Yes.
But to be threatening my life, you're gonna go to jail. Like,
Right. Because you
we have
can go to
kids.
jail for that also.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, why on earth would you threaten my life and we got kids together?
Right.
Right. Who
Period.
gonna take care?
But like,
Right.
with kids, that's
Right.
crazy.
Because then the kids suffer.
Yeah.
Right.
So now you're just being really selfish.
Right.
Ain't they mama?
People who threaten that anyway, just to get a reaction or to help you stay with them.
Yeah, it's
I don't like that
frustrating.
as a method.
No.
Like, and you shouldn't even want that as a method either, because that means the only reason why I'm with you is so that you don't do that. That means I'm not here out of
Because-
love. That
no,
means I'm
but
here
it-
out of manipulation and being held hostage.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't
Yeah.
want that for yourself or for me. You
Yeah.
should want somebody who genuinely wants you and wants to be
Right.
there. Like, this thing is pissing me
Yeah,
off.
it's all.
Yeah.
It's just manipulation.
It's all
And that's so
manipulation, and I don't like
frustrating.
that. So, okay. Selena, her killer Yolanda, she was denied parole after 30 years. She was denied parole this week.
Wow.
They said, don't play with People love Selena now.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember seeing it pop up a year or two ago,
that
she was gonna be up for parole, like a parole hearing, and people were like, you would think the people that on TikTok were alive when Selena was killed.
Yeah,
like they
right.
were like, no, like this lady does not need to get out. Da da da. Like they were
She's
going.
in jail. She's been in jail.
Yeah.
30 years.
What is parole? Like getting out of jail? Early?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Like getting out, but just being on like probation. Type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know all the jail terms.
Hey, it's
I mean,
okay.
hey,
It's okay.
that's a beautiful thing.
Right.
Right. I'm like, know anyone in that lifestyle?
It's
No, I'm just
okay.
playing.
It's all right. Let's see. Raise Up by P.D. Pablo has been proposed by our state senators to be the North Carolina state song.
Okay. Except for the fact that at Hampton they would consider this like between the Carolinas, and I'm like, no, it's not.
No.
This is
North
literally
Carolina.
says North
Carolina.
Carolina.
Come on and raise
People always want a piece of something, don't they?
Right.
Jesus Christ.
It's
Man.
not a
lumping us with South Carolina.
right.
Right.
It's not a Carolina thing.
Two
It's not a
totally different
Carolinas
cultures.
thing.
No.
It's a North
North
Carolina thing.
Okay. Measles is on a current outbreak. There have been 520 cases across the U.S. 400 of those have been in Texas. This is the second highest annual
Right.
total.
Glad we got you out of there.
Right. This is the highest they've seen in 10 years. Let's see. Other states have been New Mexico, 44 cases, Oklahoma, 9 cases, Kansas, 10 cases. Measles is highly contagious. It is spread through the air and can linger for up to 2 hours after an infected person has left. That took me out.
No. 2 hours?
2 hours. The air
Floating
just leaked.
around. We talk about pollen.
That
We
really
need to talk
makes
about
me
measles.
Right. Because
Okay, so this
2
is why.
hours- imagine passing gas and it sits there for 2 hours.
No, that would be
But that's
torture.
crazy.
No, but that's the equivalent.
It's literally
Yes.
like, that's insane.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
2 hours is wild.
I can't.
2 hours. At least you know it's like you'll know if the fart went away.
You don't
Right.
know.
You
That's
won't
just
know
insane.
when. First off, also, how do they know at least 2 hours? How do
They probably
know?
tested. I'm sure it's been tested. Like, in
But
a
I'm saying,
contained
like, what if
area.
it's actually longer? Like, this is just all based off
Right.
of what they've tested.
Right. So just in case you want to know the symptoms, high fever, pink eye, cough, runny nose, white spots in your mouth, rash. Mostly affected people right now are children who have been unvaccinated. So if you are a parent who doesn't believe in vaccines, vaccines are 93% effective in this case. All right. And we as adults, you have to get your
Booster?
Yes, every 10 years.
Okay. I don't know when I got my last booster.
Right.
Mine was like
Maybe
a year
it
ago,
wa-
maybe 2 years ago. Because they were like, do you want your tetanus? And see, tetanus is you can bump up against something rusty any time of the day. And
Right. Exactly.
so give me the tetanus.
No, I be
Everything
getting
else, let me do my research on. But that tetanus, you just go ahead and give me.
I'm a little too clumsy.
Go ahead. Shoot me up, Doc.
They say, you want COVID? No. Tetanus? Yes. Every day.
Scrape up a little something. Yeah, that's facts though.
No, literally.
Okay. Next, we've been having this conversation about segregation, right? So, under the Trump administration, the federal law no longer explicitly prohibits federal contractors, from segregating restaurants, waiting rooms, fountain drinking. So, this means that there's a certain document, and it's used by federal agencies to write contracts for anyone who is providing goods or services to the federal government. So, they no longer have to abide by segregation laws, I'll say. But here's the thing. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 still has to be followed, which makes segregation in facilities illegal. So I'm very confused on how all of this even works, to be honest, and I'm still waiting on them to kind of put out a better explanation. But I know you were asking the question before of, well, I'm gonna let you ask the question, how you had it in your brain.
What are our thoughts on segregation in general, and especially if things were to become segregated again in the United States?
I'm gonna let you start.
I'll start.
Just to look at the camera.
I'll start.
Yes.
I personally, how do I want to say this? I think that I don't think that segregation is all bad. Because I think, one, when Black people come together, for one, we do a lot of great things. And maybe part of the reason that we haven't necessarily gotten where we want to be as a community is because we are integrated, honestly. Because we're competing with people who have already been giving things systemically over time. So it's like, we're not in the same playing field anyway. So I think there's benefits to segregation. I know that there's people that would be like, oh, well, what about like mixed race couples and like, do your thing.
Right.
I feel like if you're an ally, come chill with us. But if you're not, why? I don't see a problem with being segregated. I really, truly don't. Not in the sense of like, if you don't like me, great, I don't like you. Like, let's be separate. I don't know how that would work. Not logically, but like, I don't know the word I'm looking for. I don't know how that would
like
actually,
in the society, like how it would play out. Yeah.
How that would actually look right now, because I also was not alive when segregation was a thing. So I don't know what it did look like, other than what we've learned in history. So those are my thoughts. I don't think it's all bad.
Yeah, I don't think it's all bad either. Especially because when we were segregated, I think the only downfall was that when we had things like our own communities, white people felt the need to come and tear that down and break that up. It's like, even though we were succeeding, they couldn't fathom seeing us succeeding without them. So right now, how I feel like that would look is that's how it would happen again, because our dollar goes we spend a lot of money. The Black community, if we kept our dollar in our own community, we would be back on top. But we spend so much money with other people, which is fine, but you just see how much pull we really have when it comes to our spending power. And so if we just kept that in our communities, it would be even better. But again, other groups don't like to see you winning without them. So I think that would just be the downfall, because they've tried to break down everything that we have done in the past for ourselves.
What if we just like split the country in half and like,
y'all stay over there,
right,
we stay over here. Would they abide by that though? I think it's all because we can abide by it, but can
it's like,
they abide by it?
Like, it's our own country. Like, is that the only way it will work? Is our own country, so we have our own like military and like da da da. So now we fight back and
it'd be real civil wars.
It would. It'd be crazy.
Okay.
These are just like crazy random thoughts, but anyway.
No, but I think that's.
I mean,
I think that's the way to go about it. You know what I'm saying? It's.
Or like state by state, you know, like I don't know.
But would they allow it?
No.
That's my whole thing. Would they? Because now we got to be fighting y'all forever, all because you can't just let us be happy in our own world, because we don't need y'all.
Yeah.
Right. Because I don't think the fight stops. Because even bouncing off what you were saying, like mixed race couples, most times the issue isn't the minority. The issue is the white supremacists more so. And whereas I feel like if an ally wanted to come into our community, we'd be like, okay, just follow our rules, just don't, whatever. But I feel like our community would be inviting in. Whereas, so that's why I feel like a lot of mixed race couples would end up being on
our side,
Black side of segregation.
For sure.
Whereas there are some mixed race couples where the man is white and he's more so a white supremacist, but those white supremacists aren't going to accept his Black wife and Black children. Yeah. Like, so then that becomes an issue of where do they go? So right.
But think about the
on the other side.
the people who marry white because they think that white is right. Like the people who are the minorities who try to get closer to that side because they think that, so they marry into that. Maybe they want to be on the white side.
And but that's what I'm saying.
And then they can realize where they stand.
Right, because they don't like y'all either.
Exactly.
It don't matter how much you try to be like them or integrate. Right.
Jesus moment and realize, oh wow, I don't belong.
Right.
But
and it's like the Hispanics that voted for Trump. And
oh my God.
Literally. It's like that same
and now
thing.
they mad they getting deported.
Right.
I'm like, I don't feel bad for it. I feel bad for the people that are impacted. Because I have heard, like, you know, I know a girl who's a teacher, and she's saying like she has some of her best students that were Hispanic are literally having trouble in school because in the nighttime their parents are literally moving around, so they're not getting sleep at night, so they're coming into school like head down, knocked out during the day because they can't sleep. It's like, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, that
you know,
is.
like
That is.
so. Yeah, that's not even funny.
Yeah.
But
The people,
that voted for Trump,
and now you're mad. Take
y'all
that over there.
Go ahead.
No.
I think they thought that there would be like a difference between the ones who voted and the ones who didn't. When he sees all of y'all the same,
Yeah.
and they don't. I don't think they realize that.
That's the same thing for blacks that voted for Trump.
True.
Like, it's the
Yeah.
exact same. He
True.
doesn't see you any different.
No.
Right.
They don't see you any different.
No.
And really, he doesn't see you at all.
He don't see you at all.
But the people that are consuming your content, we see you.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Okay.
he's not gonna be like, this black person.
Right.
I'm gonna save them
Right.
from whatever is coming.
Yeah.
He's not doing that. He's not doing that.
So all in all,
yeah, I don't think segregation would be bad. I honestly think it would be kind of difficult for us to thrive because of what you were saying, but I think it would be very healing. One, and very, not to say that segregate us, but like I think it would be very healing for our community as a whole.
I think so too.
Do we feel that it would take away from what our ancestors feel was the progress that they made in this country?
No, because
Okay.
I think me personally,
Yeah.
I think because
They
because
see
of
where it
because of what they did, that afforded us the opportunity to get the knowledge and the experiences that we have, and now to take that back in house,
Yeah.
I don't think they would be
Period.
upset.
Yeah.
Period. I love it.
Yeah.
Because I felt like that would be a argument that somebody would probably have.
Yeah.
Like, well, what about what they fought for and stuff like that? And it's like, great. Like, they fought for that, and now we can, like you said, take
Yeah.
that knowledge to be big.
And then apply that.
I love that.
Yeah. But clearly we're not following suit. I mean, the Target ban is the most that we've organized in a long time. And some people still rogue.
I be rogue sometimes. I ain't even gonna lie. But here is why. This girl texted me one day.
Defend herself to go to Target. Let me tell you why I went to Target. I promise you, I promise it's the last time. You see that woman, the black woman who's in Target telling all the other black people to get out?
You know they ain't for us, right?
Bitch, you here.
But let me tell you,
Recording people too, like, and they just looking like. Could you imagine?
No, I
you
couldn't.
were just sneaking in the Target real quick, and somebody with a camera. You know you're not supposed to be in here, right?
I would be like,
you know what?
bro.
You right, girl. Don't put me on camera though. I would turn into a Karen so quickly.
Technically, I haven't been inside a Target.
You've been doing drop-offs.
Pick up.
I have picked up an order or two. But I'm going to tell you, it's because are we shopping at Walmart? I really don't even know.
We're not supposed to be shopping at Walmart.
But I still go to Walmart.
Yeah.
Okay, because Walmart's better than Target. Okay. Right now.
We're doing it. We're doing it
they're
industry
all-
by industry or
But they're
company by
all
company.
bad.
That's the,
Like, because Walmart
Well, yeah.
isn't.
Yeah,
good.
they're all
That's
bad.
what I was like,
Honestly.
so where are we supposed to shop?
And Chick-fil-A, we're not supposed to be supporting either. But I can.
Where are we supposed to shop? Let's start there.
You know what?
Because if you're going to say no to one thing, I need an alternative.
Let me put. We're gonna write this down so we can talk about this next time. So we can have our list together. So I'm
Okay.
gonna make a list of all the places we
We
are
are supposed to shop.
and not.
But anyway, in my defense, I am a mom. And sometimes, Target is on the way home.
I
Okay,
get
I've
that.
been working all day and I've been needing to get my order and go.
It's the
but I
geographic.
haven't walked around shopping, spending recklessly. It just be the little items I need that I don't have time to go to the store and get. But I will say, this one right over here, Shanice, called me and she said, I see you at Target because she got my
It's the
location.
checking the location. Let's talk about that. I didn't realize
If
people
I
really.
got it, I'm checking.
I didn't realize people would really be checking locations the
It's
way.
a bored thing. Could you imagine? Like, imagine it's a Friday night. It's a Friday night. You're bored with scrolling TikTok, and you're not doing nothing. What my friends doing?
Why don't you ask?
Because if you're out and about, I'm not going to
Right.
disturb you.
Right.
Maybe I'm out and about by myself.
I'm not gonna disturb
Right.
you. You want it to be.
I don't necessarily want to be out. I'm just seeing where you at.
All of this comes down to assumptions. We're all assuming. I'm going to assume that you were busy on this Friday night, and if you didn't ask me if I had plans, I'm just not going to ask you if you got plans. So then I'm just going to go do my thing.
I just be like, what y'all doing?
Right.
Oh, well,
Where
there
you
we go.
at?
I just, it's like
just be curious.
nosiness, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't be
it's not-
checking nobody location.
It's not that I want you. Why didn't you invite me to go to?
It's no
Well, I know it ain't that.
Yeah, it's
I
very
just be
much.
like, what
just,
they doing today?
oh, Anna at home. Oh, Anna at work. Oh, Clarke, she on the road. And I even said this to y'all. I said sometimes I'm checking y'all location before I call y'all.
Yeah, I can
so
say
I
that
can
too.
get a better, like I can gauge if I got a better chance of you
I
answering.
can see that. I'd be everywhere though, so
But,
I
like,
just
on the
feel like
weekend.
I don't even know. Looking at my location isn't going to tell you nothing because I'd be moving all around for.
No
Trust me,
bad
I
dreams.
understand.
If you're downtown, I'm like, oh, she
Yeah,
outside. She having
right.
a good time right now.
No, there have been times I was just like, oh, Clarke is a killjoy.
Right.
And then you tell me the story the next day. Yeah, I was a killjoy. Oh.
Acting surprise is delusional.
Yeah. What was her? I don't want to interrupt your story. Actually, I saw you were at Killjoy last night. Sometimes I might be like, what were you doing? Literally, my cousin. I saw she was in Wake Forest. I said, girl, I called her. I said, what you doing in Wake Forest?
These people are delusional.
And she in Wake Forest because her daughter get her hair done. I said, oh, okay, that makes
All of it
sense.
my business, Mom.
Well, you know, because what if someone has stolen her phone and they driving around Wake Forest?
I'm crying.
No, I checked Shanice's on the way here because I was like, let me see if she really on the
That's
way
the
yet.
only time I check locations. When I'm like, they're supposed to be at a certain place at a certain time. Let me see how far they are. And I'll be like, ain't even left their house yet. Man. Like, that's the only time I check
They're
locations.
not talking about me. I am a very on-time person. I am
We definitely
never
talking
late.
about her.
I am never late. I don't know what they're talking about. Me and late do not go in the same sentence.
So
It's 12 minutes on time today.
Yeah. Today she was. I thought this was interesting. So Florida's state legislature and their governor, Ron DeSantis, are working to loosen child labor laws so that children as young as 14 can work overnight shifts to fill the positions of undocumented immigrants who have been deported,
That's
who
your
were
problem.
working
Right.
low-wage jobs and undesirable jobs. So with this new bill, 14-year-olds will be working overnight shifts on school days. They are currently prevented from working earlier than 6 a.m. or later than 11 p.m. per state law. The bill has currently passed through the state's Commerce and Tourism Committee with 5 votes in favor of loosening the child labor laws. 4 were against it, and the bill would have to pass through 2 other relevant committees before passing in the Florida state fully. But the fact that people are even passing this through is crazy.
It
It is crazy.
First of all, you're Republican, so you're for. Because Ron DeSantis is Republican. He's for the deportation of the people that were working those
Exactly.
jobs to begin with.
Exactly.
Then you want to replace those people
With 14.
with 14-year-olds who should
To
be
work
getting a
overnight
good
shift.
night's
Right.
sleep and resting before school so they can get good grades so that they can get a real job in the future.
And not
Or
be
maybe
stuck
not
in this
real job,
cycle.
but
Maybe
you
they
know
don't
what
want them to.
Yeah.
They
Right.
want them to be stuck in the cycle.
That is, and a 14-year-old is a child.
Right.
Like,
But
you can't even
also-
drive yet, so how are they getting to work?
Exactly.
That
So
means
who's taking
somebody's
them to
mama
work?
gotta be.
Yeah, they're not even thinking this.
They're not. Because also, why is a kid working an overnight shift? Like, what are they going to do? Go straight to school from work?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
That makes no sense.
It makes no sense. God is not pleased.
Girl.
Okay.
It's all right. This whole thing about to implode on itself, and
It's fine.
woo. Okay.
I really do be wondering, like, when is everything just gonna hit the fan?
Because
And then what are we gonna do?
every
I
time
wonder
I
that all
think
the time.
it can't get much worse, I gotta just be quiet.
Literally.
Because
Oh my god. Okay, in this is one of my like people do everything but leave type situations. 46-year-old doctor was arrested on Monday for attempting to kill his wife while hiking. He is an anesthesiologist hiking with his wife on Monday, and he attempted to push her off the hiking trail and struck her in the head with the rock. Sir, you could have divorced me. You could have left me. You could have literally just hit the road and never talked to me again. You could have did so many things. You tried to kill me.
What was his job again?
Anesthesiologist.
So
And
you
this
got
is the
access
person-
to drugs.
Right.
You could have
And
made
you
me
want to
die
hit
in my
me in the
sleep.
head with a rock. Make it make sense. You're already dumb. Like, how did you become
He
an
wanted her to
anesthesiologist?
suffer. He wanted her to suffer. That's all I'm hearing. You tried to push me off a cliff, number one. You tried to strike me in my head when you could have literally just probably stuck me with a needle in my sleep.
No. You guys, he thought he was smarter than this, okay? So actually, the whole point he didn't do that is because that's the first thing they would assume. Oh, you're an anesthesiologist.
Okay.
You shot her
They would
up.
have been looking for the needles.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
right.
okay.
So instead, he tried to make it look like an accident, like she fell off the side. They went hiking. That's what he was trying to do. He was trying to make it look like an accident. But still, that is the whole point of this is he could have divorced her. He could have left her. He could have dropped her off at the hike and drove off and said, I don't want nothing to do with you no more. You figure out a way to get back to where you coming from. Something. You could have did
Now
that.
you're in
I want
jail.
to see a picture of this man because I just need to see what kind of person. Do y'all ever need to do that? Like you need to see what people look like
I need to see
if it makes sense in your head.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it makes sense.
Yeah.
I be like, yep. I see
They
you
look
doing
like
that. What's his name?
whatever they say he did. Do I have his name? No.
Okay.
This is the Honolulu.
Not in Hawaii.
Right.
Of all places.
Right. A very happy place in the world.
Oh my goodness. That is funny. Okay, so let me get your reaction to this. This is a tweet. My husband is really giving me the silent treatment because I wouldn't give him an applause for cleaning the dishes without me having to ask him for the first time. We've been living together for 3 months now, and I do mostly all of the cleaning and the cooking. And guess who ain't getting dinner now?
Yeah, because
Wait.
My husband is really giving me the silent treatment because I wouldn't give him an applause for cleaning the dishes without me having to ask him for the first time. We've been living together for 3 months, and I do all the cooking and cleaning.
Okay. Maybe let me play devil's advocate on this. Okay, so in therapy, a beautiful thing. It's called fill the jar. It's like this thing where you fill the jar, and it's basically like, I do agree she should have given some acknowledgement.
Some credit.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, thank you. I appreciate that. That was amazing. But she could have. She doesn't say that in there. But that puts a marble in the jar. So then he feels like, okay, she
Seen.
appreciated me. I didn't just do this. Like, she's thinking that this is something I'm just supposed to do. Which, while yes, there are 2 adults living in that house. But at the same time, it's like a child. Good job. Like,
and our children is what I'm hearing.
I was just about to say, I'm like, the fact that I do acknowledgement is good. Yes. Acknowledge. Like, oh my God, thank you for cleaning these dishes. I really appreciate that. Now, am I going to be like,
you did it.
let me.
Having to tell you.
Right.
I'm making you cookies.
Right.
no.
You gonna get some tonight because you
Right,
wash these dishes. No, because I'm also pissed because I've been asking you. Right.
Thank you.
I don't even get a thank you for
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I do it every day.
Right.
Every day.
Right.
With nothing.
And if she works, I want an applause every single time I come home from work because
I want the red carpet rolled out for me.
literally,
Yeah.
that's like applauding. You want an applause for something you're supposed to
Right.
do.
As my partner in this.
As my partner.
Mind you, I could do all of this by myself and not even have to worry about you.
And I would have
but I'm taking
way
care
less
of now.
dishes also.
But now I'm taking care of 2 people. Again,
Yeah.
I'm taking care of a child I didn't even push out.
It's the fact that I said it. I can play devil's advocate.
I
And
get
then
it.
it was like,
I do get it.
I do.
In the sense of appreciation.
Yes.
Because everyone wants appreciation. Everyone wants to feel
Acknowledgement.
valued and,
and he probably genuinely did it like, she's been telling me to do these dishes and I'm gonna do them today.
Yes. So I can understand feeling like, dang, she doesn't even care that I did the one thing she's been asking me. So I get that. I just wonder if he applauses her for anything that she does too.
And how he shows his appreciation for her. It has to be a balance because that's the part of the jar. It's both people.
Right.
When she does something, make her feel good about it or give her a compliment today.
Right.
Like, are you showing up in the same way that you're expecting her to show up?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's what it all boils down to. So while I can play devil's advocate for the marble jar, it's still that's just a snippet. We don't have the whole thing. And most times they're not applauding the women for doing things.
Because we're supposed to be.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if she works, he's not, and say he's the reason that she does most of the cleaning and cooking is because he does most of the financial stuff. But it's like, if she also works, you're not applauding every paycheck she brings home. You know what I'm saying? So why do you want an applause for helping her do what she normally does? You know, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. The male ego is a fragile thing, okay?
Oh
Fragile
my God.
boy.
So fragile.
We're not men haters.
My
on
eyes could
here,
get
but
stuck rolling them so hard over that.
I'm not a man hater anymore.
Definitely not anymore. I'm crying. Want a man. Just want them to act
I might be a little bit. You know, it's okay.
Okay, we will end on. Which one do you want to end on? The wins or the previous relationship traumas?
Wins, because
Okay.
I feel like this is a long conversation.
Yeah.
That's true. We'll take that next time. Okay, so this is yours. I'll let you take it.
So I think it was a TikTok or something, and it was about talking about this older lady who said, "Don't win your life away," and win as in WHEN, not WIN. And it was basically like she was reflecting in her older age and reflected on how she said, "When I get the promotion, I'll be happy. When I have the 2 kids, I'll be happy. When I get married, I'll be happy. Or when I get the house, I'll be happy." So my question is, what's a win that's holding you back from being happy right now?
I will say, I feel like for a long time, kind of, it's like my job. Like when I feel like I'm in the right job, I'll be happy. Like, you know, or making like X amount. But I feel like lately that hasn't been the thing. I feel like I've found a lot of happiness over the last like year. With myself and just like my decisions, even when it's not as good, like I don't feel like, oh, my life will be better once this happens. Like I do feel like it will be better once I have more like self-discipline and like I'm in my routine and certain things like that, but it doesn't take away from my happiness right now. But I will say that was a thing for a long time. That and maybe like relationship wise, maybe a little bit, like finding the right person. Not that I thought that was gonna make me happy, because I felt like I was happy by myself, but like, oh, when that happens, you can't tell me nothing, because I'm already happy, so you definitely can't tell me anything. But I feel like with that, I've also learned, like, if you're happy with yourself, you can create that happiness in any situation. So yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I wish I had nails.
If I'm being honest, I feel like I do pretty well at not winning my life away.
Okay.
Now, can I tell you if it was a thing and it just like kind of transitioned out of that? I don't really have a marker for you, but, and I only say this because swipe my card today. I don't know if I'm gonna die tomorrow. Like,
Big fact.
I literally lived like that. Like my grandmother's always like, you're traveling all the time and you're doing this. Like, people are always like, you're always doing things, and I'm like, honestly, because
You don't know
I don't know when I'm gonna die. Like, I would rather live my life to the fullest every day. I'm gonna take that vacation. I'm gonna go to Vegas. I'm gonna go see Chris Brown. I'm gonna go see Trey Songz. Like, I'm gonna go meet Tiana Taylor. I'm gonna go to Orlando. I'm gonna go to Universal Studios. I'm gonna do these things because I only have right now. And I would hate to be 40, 50, 60 years old like, damn, why didn't I ever go meet Trey Songz?
I do feel like
Why
that.
didn't I ever go to Orlando Studios?
I'm like, maybe I don't really win my life away.
It doesn't sound like you do it too bad either. No.
Yeah,
It doesn't sound like you really do.
I think, like, I still have, like, goals. And
Yeah,
stuff
right,
that
right.
I want to hit, but I don't think I do win it away.
Right.
Like,
there's always the goals,
Yeah.
right? But I try to do really
That's
good
a
at
great point.
balancing, like, okay, you can live for today while still planning for tomorrow, or you can live for today while still saving for tomorrow, or you can live for today while still having your retirement together, or, getting whatever, trying to get your future financial endeavors, or planning for this goal, or whatever. Like, I try to do really well with the balancing that, because I'm a person who I need things to look forward to, because if I don't, I will fall in a deep depression, and I will be like, I'm living the same day over and over, and what the fuck am I on this earth for if I'm doing that? Like, I need to enjoy my existence as a human. And so I just learned that about myself. But I try not to get so caught in the today that I'd be like, girl, go buy that $5,000. I try not to get that deep with it. But, because I do that, you feel me? But it's like, I try not to be like, okay, no, that's not smart. You can buy this little, I could buy little things, little trinkets, and be like, yes, and not have to be like, yeah, I feel like I'm rambling now. But you get what I'm trying to say. I really just try to be in the balance of
more
today and
moment,
tomorrow.
like
Exactly.
living here.
Exactly.
Versus like in the future.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I've asked this question multiple times to people ever since hearing that, and I honestly don't really know what my answer is, but I think mine is more equated with my job. Mm-hmm. Like when I'm in my dream house or when I'm financially secure, where I feel
that
like
could be a big one.
Yeah.
The financial security could be a big
I
one.
don't even think it's job. It's the financial
Exactly.
Right.
And that's more so what my biggest, because when I'm financially secure, I see myself having my dream house. I see myself doing all of that.
But debt is always going to be there, which is why I said I might owe Discover a few $100 and I don't care.
Right. Debt is always going to be there.
And that's what I see is like that. If I'm out of debt, I'll be financially secure. Or when I'm out of this, I'll be. And which is why I'm like, who gives my student loans are always going to be there. ECU, you'll always go and get y'all money. Like it's. Yeah. But financial security, I can understand that why being your win. I can understand why that is.
That is definitely the win. Because, like you said, debt is always going to be there. That is my biggest win. I know that my win of like when I lose weight, but it's just like trying to accept my body for where I am now, because I feel like I haven't accepted my body where I was in the past, and I look back like she was beautiful.
Literally,
she was great. Yeah. So. Yeah, but I will say, to piggyback off of kind of what you guys have said, I feel like I'm just now getting more into whatever, because I did that during COVID. I blew through my savings, and I had a great savings.
Wait,
and
what made you blow through it?
I was about to say one thing.
My savings, I had the goal in my savings for a very specific reason, and that was a wedding.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna make me
You
sad.
were planning for a wedding that early? Like, you were like, wow.
You're gonna make me sad.
And, yeah, I blew through it.
Because you felt like it wasn't...
Because that wasn't
happening.
going to happen?
Yeah.
Wow.
Blew through it. And it was not a...
Wait, can I ask, do you mind if I, like, ask questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have somebody at the time that you were planning on getting married to? Okay, and that situation just no longer worked out, so that's why you were like, fuck it, blow it? Wow, never knew this. Okay.
Yeah.
My heart.
Yeah. So, and I regret that. I regret that I just let that go. Because ever since then, I was able to do it for my house. I was able to, I can't do nothing, y'all. Like, literally, I was like, girl, why were you struggling so much in an apartment where you were paying $1,200 for rent and you made the money you made? And I said, oh, it's because I was saving so vigorously, trying to get that savings back up. And I did it, but that just all went into my house. So I'm back at square one again. So, yeah, pretty much.
Don't regret that, because I feel like that was a period of your life where you made a decision based on where you were at that time, you know, and it's like based on your feelings and like you, whether it was wanting to have a good time or whether it was because of your new relationship or whatever, it's like all of that was for a reason, like, you know, and so, and you built all that back up.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not like
your house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, one, it's still attainable, but two, I wouldn't even like regret that because I mean to me that sounds like a pure life experience.
Yes.
Like that's like I'm living. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's a beautiful part of that.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, granted, I still did use a good chunk of it for my apartment.
Yeah.
I
Well,
was able to just
Yeah,
buy
yeah.
what I needed for my apartment.
Yeah.
But still, a good chunk of it went to living too.
That's okay. That's okay.
But
You're
you're
full-blown, I love that.
Yeah.
yeah. And I mean,
Because sometimes we get caught up on the like planning for the
Yeah.
future and like trying to
And
do everything to get the result that we want. And I feel like that was just one of those moments of like
releasing.
And
Yeah.
your days make up your life. Like every day you live makes up your life. So if you're always looking for that one moment, that one vacation, that one thing, like you forget to live your life. So it's like, because when you think back on your life, you're going to think back on your days. I mean, don't get me wrong, you're going to remember like your vacations and your things.
Yeah.
But every day that you live, like make sure those are good too, so you can actually look back and be like, no, I enjoyed the life I lived. Like the days I went to work, the days I came home and cooked my food, and I like your daily days, we talked about in the beginning, your routine. Like that is what ultimately makes up your life. And that's why when people win their life away, it's like, well, what about the days that you live in, that you wake up, go to sleep, wake up, go to sleep? Like, you gotta enjoy those days too, because it would suck to hate those days. But I mean, you had a few. Y'all get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, so that's how I look at it too. It's like I want to like the days. I hate getting up and feeling like another day on this damn planet. Like, no.
No, and that's
you
real.
gotta enjoy your days. Like, this is your life.
Yeah, that's real. I feel like I struggle with money things.
No, I
but
get
I feel
that.
like because I feel like I've missed out on trips because I'm like, I can't, like, I shouldn't take the time, or I shouldn't, like, whatever.
I need to struggle with that because I be over here.
But
like,
Girl, me too. I want some I need to work today.
I want to release that more because I feel like I'm like, okay, I have this set time, these set dates that I could take off, or this set amount of dates that I could take off. Okay. Because even my birthday, I really want to be on an island somewhere on an all-inclusive.
Right.
And it's
What's
just like,
stopping
but then I'm
you?
looking at the price. I'm like, this is so much
But
money.
you can always like, I learned from traveling when I was heavily traveling to there's a way to make things cheaper, So and then back then, well, granted, I wasn't paying bills at the time because I was still home. So when I first was like heavy into traveling, I didn't have bills to pay, so I could, but I also life was cheaper back then too.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it was. Yes, it was. My rent was $450 back then. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
I wish.
That might be really insulting. I don't even think I can elaborate. Cause I'm like, the world is not the same place.
No.
Yeah.
And that was 2018.
And traveling is more popular now too. Like when you were doing it, people were doing, but not people are like live off of traveling.
Yeah.
Like some people like,
and with the in-home working now because of COVID, it makes it easier for people to move more because you don't have to be in the office. You can work from anywhere.
So I mean, I'm still gonna figure out a way to make it shake. So it's just
balance.
But it's just seeing the numbers though. The numbers are what we like.
But here's the thing: money comes and goes. It's always gonna come and go.
Thank you.
Like, just that's what
Swipe your card today because you could die tomorrow, girl.
Exactly.
Who cares?
Like,
And I'm trying to embrace that more because also I want to. My biggest thing is when I am 70, 80, I don't want to look back on my life and like, dang, I should have did that.
I spent the whole time worried about the future.
Yeah. So that's my biggest thing.
And it might not even become the future that you want it to be.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I feel like I've also learned, like, just because things don't turn out the way that you want them to turn out or how you plan for them to turn out doesn't mean it turned out bad or wrong, you know? And accepting that a little bit more is also life lesson. Cause
I love that.
Sometimes you can really be like, oh, you know, this is beautiful too.
This doesn't look how and I feel like that's even my issue too. Like, this doesn't look how I thought it would look, but
there's beauty in it.
There's still, but I mean, also I find beauty in I feel like way more things than I probably should. But yeah, I love that. That had me think of something else, but we could say that for another week.
Yeah, make sure you write it down.
Yeah, I need to. I've already lost it. So.
Oh, Jesus.
It'll come back to me.
Time for lunch.
Right.
Alrighty. I don't have a proper way to wrap this up yet, so I guess we'll just say thank you guys for listening. I want like a little slogan or something.
Yeah.
What you got?
Nothing.
We're still working. We're
I
still
want like a
figuring
little
it out.
slogan. What do we want to name this episode? Something with the Trey Songz thing. Something with that.
Why you had to remind me of that again?
Fight or flight.
That's Fight or flight with Trey Songz.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
That's the
it.
name of this episode. Thank y'all. We're recording this, I guess, every 2 weeks or every other week. So hopefully this will be posted by the end of this week. And yeah, have a great week.
Yes. Don't win your life away, guys.
Oh, there we go.
Do we need to say our names again? Or how do we outro? I don't even remember.
I don't know. You can follow me on Instagram. She is ClarkeJones. My name is Clarke Jones. We need to come up with the order.
Right. We need to just stick to that order, too.
Literally.
Like, Clarke stars. Let's just do Clarke, Anna, Shanice. Let's just do that.
There we go.
Cass.
Cass on the comfy couch.
Cass on the comfy couch. Is that the name?
Triple C.
Cass on the I'm like, who am I? I'm Anna Marie, and my Instagram. Why am I being weird? My Instagram is Anna_Marie with 4.
Okay, beautiful. You guys, I actually looked up my Instagram, so I know it this week. My name is Shanice, and my Instagram is Shaneecey. It's ShaneeCey. No underscore.
I messed it up
I
again.
did.
Just playing.
Again, that is
It'll be tagged.
ShaneeCey. Thank you. And good night.
All right.
Clarke, I really do think one of my shoulders is higher than the other. I've been focused on it ever since you gave me a massage.
Lord Jesus.
I think I'm out of whack.
Most people's bodies are out of whack.
Literally.